girl, your favorite tarot reader, the Moon Goddess Leem, and I am back with a general energy reading for the collective. I have already meditated over the energy, I've shuffled the decks, and I pulled the overall energy for today's reading. What we have here is shadow, perspective, your soul is beautiful, spirit guides and guardian angels, the Hermit, and the Ten of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, you have been really focusing on yourself, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual well-being have all been a priority for you at this time. You guys went into hermit mode for a little bit. You guys have realized you had to change the perspective about facing your shadow self. For a long time, a lot of you guys did not want to sit with yourself. You didn't want to be alone. You were engaging in all of these breadcrumb type of relationships, all of these unrequited scenarios and situations because you guys were so afraid to face your shadow self. But you guys realized that you could not continue to sustain living your life the way that you were living it, and you needed to bring some balance into your life, okay? So you guys started changing the way that you were looking at your shadow self, and instead of running from it, you decided to embrace it. And when you started to embrace that shadow side, you recognize how beautiful you are internally. You recognize that you have spirit guides and guardian angels that are trying to communicate with you and motivate you and support you and be there for you and guide you, okay? And because you guys went into this hermit mode and changed your perspective, you have come into recognition of all of this. And because of this, you now feel internally balanced, which is bringing about this Ten of Pentacles energy, in which you guys are coming into a multitude of blessings. Not only are you really feeling good, but now your 3D, your outside reality, the external is reflecting what you are feeling on the inside. Lots of positive things coming towards you guys, all right? Lots of blessings, lots of doors opening. The roads have been opened for you guys because you went through this dark night of the soul, and this was not easy for you guys to deal with. This was very painful for a lot of you. There was a lot of trauma that you guys had to face. There were a lot of realizations that you guys had to come to about the part that you played in certain scenarios. You guys had to recognize your abandonment and attachment trauma and where it stemmed from, and you guys really had to comfort and coddle that inner child that was so damaged and bruised, and to get to this point of recognition of how internally beautiful you actually are. And now that you actually have the full on belief that you are beautiful inside and out, your entire outside world is going to begin to change, all right? Tell me more, Spirit, for the collective. What should they be expecting with this internal shift that has occurred? All right, we have the moon coming under shadow. You guys definitely had to pull out some scenarios and situations that you were really keeping to yourself. There were secrets that you guys didn't even want to discuss with yourself, more or less with anybody else. And you guys started having those internal conversations, and you guys started facing those uncomfortable truths, which led to that perspective change that we were discussing with the overall energy. All right, we have Three of Pentacles and we have the Empress. So you guys, in this time that you went into hermit mode, and in this time that you were facing your shadow and changing your perspective, your spirit guides and guardian angels were communicating with you, and you guys were getting these ideas in your head. All right, so whether it's a hobby that you guys are going to be monetizing, whether it's a new strategy to implement at work, regardless, there has been some information that was downloaded to you in which you are starting to take action on, okay? With the Empress being here, this is an idea that is in its gestational phase, okay? You see that she's pregnant in this card. You guys can see that she's pregnant with the world in this card, all right? So literally, you guys are running through all these different ideas, and you guys are having all of these downloads come to you about what you can do and what steps you can take and what progress you can make. And as you guys are doing that, while you guys are thinking it and while you guys are putting action towards it, there are people and individuals who are seeing this change in you, who are paying attention to you. You are starting to get the attention of others, and this is going to lead to money in your pocket. This is going to lead to great networking opportunities for this idea that you are about to give birth to. Tell me more, Spirit. Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. Thank you. All right, we have the Justice card and we have the Page of Swords. So just as a warning, you guys, there is going to be someone from your past who is going to be trying to communicate with you. And it may not even be somebody from your past. It could just be somebody who you just do not want to deal with anymore because there has been a perspective change, because you are resonating in a different being. All right, because you guys are resonating in a different state of being, these individuals or this particular person is seeing that change within you. They're seeing that you are balanced, and so they're going to be reaching out with communication towards you, okay? Whether this is a past lover or a past platonic situation or a family member that you've decided to no longer associate with, a coworker, whatever the case is, they are, again, recognizing that you are in a different energy. You are exuding a different type of aura, and so there may be communication coming in from this individual. Just stand firm on any boundaries that you've implemented. You guys don't have to be assholes. You don't have to be jerks to this individual. You can respectfully just let them know that you are in a different state of mind and that you would rather keep the distance between you. All right. Also, for a good portion of you, you guys can expect some good news to be coming in. There's a situation that you guys have been very, very concerned about. It's been keeping you up at night. You have been, running through negative thoughts about the situation, which I keep telling you guys to stop doing. But there is going to be some good news coming your way in regards to that situation, and you are going to be justified. So stop worrying so much, because your spirit guides and guardian angels have also been trying to soothe you and let you know that everything is going to work out fine. So whether it's a letter in the snail mail, whether it's an email, there's going to be some communication that is going to be coming that is going to ease whatever anxieties you guys are having at this time, okay? All right, tell me more, Spirit. And again, I want you guys to recognize, like, even in this Justice card, right, you can see her. She's looking at her shadow self. All right, there are two versions of her, one in the light and one that is more or less in the dark. And there had to be balance between the two. And that's what you guys have spent so much time doing, balancing out your shadow with your light, creating that yin and yang, which has led to this perspective change, which has led to all these downloads, which has led to all these creative ideas, which is leading to the recognition and the good news that is coming, which ultimately is all going to tie together to lead to this Ten of Pentacles energy, okay? All right, we have the Eight of Swords. Again, I'm going to tell you guys to stop worrying about the situation that has been keeping you up at night. All right, it is an illusion. Understand, what she is looking at in the mirror is not what is actually taking place in her reality, okay? She is projecting out a scenario of being in bondage, of being broke, of being unloved, of being stressed, of living in anxiety and depression, and none of that is actually true. All that needs to occur here is a change in thought process, a change in perspective, okay? Recognize where this energy is coming from so that it can be transmuted, because you are the one in sole control of what your outcomes are, what your reality shows, okay? It is all based on the way that you are looking at things. All right, we have the Nine of Swords here. We have the Magician, the Chariot, and the King of Cups. All right, thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. You have to free yourself from this nightmare that you have put yourself in, this self-inflicted bondage that you have put yourself in. You guys are literally like having nightmares and negative daydreams about the worst possible outcome to certain scenarios, and you guys need to stop that, because you are blocking your own blessings. You need to realize that you are in control of creating the reality that you are experiencing. You guys need to make a choice. You are in control. You need to make a choice to remain balanced. You see the black and white again. This is all about embracing that shadow side and changing the perspective of the way that you guys have been looking at things, okay? You have to get control over your thoughts, and remember that your thoughts are what create your feelings. So when you start to feel anxious, when you start to feel depressed, when you start to feel worried, when you start saying what if, but, or what if this happens, and but this, and you guys start trying to come up with those excuses, and you guys start coming up with those reasons why things are not going to work out for you, you need to bring your emotions into check. You need to rein yourself back in. You need to get yourself grounded, okay? Because you are literally creating, when you go on that type of a spiral, you're creating more of that into your life. Where your attention goes, grows, right? So if you guys are constantly staying in this energy of worrying and repeating scenarios in your mind and revisiting scenarios in your mind, then that is what is going to continue to produce out into your reality. But if you guys can actually get a grip and stay focused on what it is that you're trying to create for yourself and live in the end, and what I mean by live in the end is, imagine yourself already having everything that it is that you want. And once you embody that feeling and you let that feeling of worry and anxiety dissolve, then you guys will recognize and you'll be better in control of realizing that what you are thinking is what you are seeing out and experiencing out in your reality, okay? You guys have to ground yourselves. You guys have to get control over your emotions. You guys have to get control over your thought process, because you're, again, delaying your own blessings. There are so many blessings en route to you. Financial blessings, all right, internal balance, which means peace and joy and harmony within yourself, ideas being produced that's going to lead to networking opportunities and to you being recognized by individuals that can put you in higher positions. You have good news coming to you. You have the scales in your life being balanced out. The scales of karma are being balanced out in your life. There's so much good that's happening here. And it's like, as the momentum for the positivity starts to pick up, you guys start sabotaging it by thinking, what if everything goes to shit? What if everything goes wrong? What if nothing works out? Why don't you guys start thinking, what if everything does work out? Why don't you guys start resonating more with pleasure than pain? Why don't you guys start believing that you are truly deserving of beautiful, wonderful, good things transpiring in your life so that they can actually start to happen and it can actually stick around for you guys, okay? All right, Spirit, give me a couple more messages to close out this reading. What other blessings can the collective anticipate coming towards them? Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. All right, we have Eight of Cups, and it's no mistake that the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords are here together. That 8-8 energy, that's infinite energy, that's also abundance coming in. You guys need to walk away from the version of yourselves that resonates so significantly and dominantly with pain and with things not working out for you. As you guys were doing this shadow work, you guys need to kind of go back and revisit where you started to believe that good things were not meant for you, okay? And you need to transmute that energy, walk away from that way of thinking so that you guys can start to manifest more beautiful things into your life. She's literally walking away from darkness, leaving all her troubles in the water and moving towards the sunlight, moving towards her blessings, okay? It's time for you guys to start moving forward and really embodying the state of being the person who has everything. All right, you have the Ace of Wands here. There is going to be momentum picking up when it comes to your hobbies, your passions, whatever it is that you're trying to monetize, this blessing that you are, this idea that you guys are starting to receive recognition for. All right, there is going to be time for you to start putting more serious action behind this idea. All right. The more action you're putting out, the more, like for instance, if you are a YouTuber or you do the TikToks and all that, the more content you're putting out, the more recognition you're going to receive. The more that you are putting yourself out there, the more recognition you're going to receive. If you sing, if you rap, you do anything with music or poetry, or you're an artist, you draw, you paint, whatever the case is, the more you are putting yourself out there, the more that you are mingling and interacting in certain circles and things like that, the more recognition you are going to receive, which means means the more you're being recognized, the more people are going to want to engage with you. The more people are going to want to know what it is that you're offering. What services are you providing? What is it that you actually do? And then there you go. You have now shifted into being this person who is recognized by individuals who want to spend their money on you or spend their money with you or pick your brain for information and so on and so forth, okay? The way you guys are thinking is everything. It makes or breaks what you guys have going on. I'm going to take this card, Strength. So it's going to take courage and strength. This is Leo energy here. It's going to take courage, strength. It's going to take you really taking matters of the heart as a priority. You know, Leo rules the heart center. And so with the Strength card being here, followed by the Ace of Swords, not only are you going to have to be putting action behind your intention, but this needs to be something that comes from your heart. This needs to be something that matters a lot to you, because the more it matters to you, the less you're going to play around with it. All right, the more you're really going to be considering making something come of this, the more that you will be putting your best foot forward and not letting negative thoughts and negative past experiences stop you or slow you down or keep you in an energy of fear and stop you from moving forward. All right, Spirit, tell me a couple more messages to close out this reading. Take that. Magic. It's twice that you have the Magic card here, or Magician card, Magician energy. Again, you guys have the power to create. What are you seeing in your mind's eye? What conversations are you having in your mind's eye? When you're thinking about putting a product out or putting content out, are you thinking no one's going to watch this? No one's going to be interested? Or are you thinking, yo, this shit is about to blow up. Everybody's going to want to watch this. Everybody's going to want to be a part of this. People are going to be blowing me up. I'm going to be so booked and busy. Like, I'm not even going to be able to keep my head on straight, and I'm going to love every moment of it. What are you telling yourself? That is where the magic is. What you're saying to yourself and what you are actually believing is where the magic happens or where the magic stalls out, okay? One more card to close out the reading, please, Spirit. Two more shuffles and I'll pull from the top. One more shuffle. Oh, thank you. Rebirth. Beautiful way to close out the reading, you guys. As I said here with the Eight of Cups, it's time for you guys to step away from this old version of yourself so that you can really start coming into your blessings. When I'm talking about blessings, I'm talking about so much financial abundance, so much wealth. All right. I'm talking about the wealth of internal peace and joy and really being happy with yourself, truly being in love with yourself, connecting with your family and having dope relationships with people that matter to you. I'm talking about being loved on in a way that you only saw in your imagination, that you thought was always going to be a fairy tale, but fairy tales do come real when you believe, when you are telling yourself that they are real, when you are telling yourself that you are deserving of that kind of love. And above all, you are rebuilding a close connection with your spirit guides, with your guardian angels, and with your higher self. And that is what is really going to lead you where you need to go if you are paying attention to the downloads and the impulses that you are feeling. Listening to your impulses is going to put you in proper position. It's going to put you in the right rooms at the right times. All right. You guys are coming into a totally new world. The world that you once knew, leave it in the past. The world of struggle, the world of not feeling loved, the world of putting everybody and everything up on a pedestal and bringing yourself down, that's done and over. The times of being afraid to love truly and deeply, all that is done. All right. Closing your throat chakra for the comfort of others, that is all done. You are advocating for yourself. You're speaking up for yourself. You know what it is that you want and you know the treatment that you deserve. And that is what you're going for with this rebirth. All right. I'm really, really excited for you guys. Get out of this Eight of Swords and Nine of Swords energy and start practicing being more consistent with telling yourself positive things, seeing yourself in a positive light, seeing yourself in successful scenarios. All right. Daydream about yourself accomplishing things, being congratulated. All right. See yourself obtaining that new house. See yourself driving that brand new car. See yourself getting the letter of congratulations for that new job or that new business contract that finally went through. All right. Start thinking in your favor and watch how your life becomes favorable. All right, you guys, I love you so much. Thank you for vibing with me as always. Peace. Love.